YouTube did not go live. Thank you.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome to another episode. Thank you for joining myself, my beautiful co-host, Lady Divergent. Welcome, babe. Thanks for doing this again with me.
Always. Who else is going to do it with you?
Hopefully nobody, to be honest. Any other answer is going to get me in trouble here. Um,
Wow. He's going to replace me, y'all.
no, nobody could replace you. Tonight, guys, I picked a very interesting topic because this one actually, Lady and I can debate this one back and forth. We have different views and different merits on this, and I know everybody does. So this is a very controversial one. All right, now
Mhm.
please keep in mind um, when we talk about this, any of this stuff. Lady and I are not experts. We're not professionals. We are not anything other than ourselves here. Okay, which is great and all, but our opinions are our own. Okay, we're not trying to force our opinions on anybody. We're not trying to say that somebody's doing this wrong or somebody's doing that wrong. It's simply just we enjoy doing this. Lady and I love to debate. Okay, it's almost like foreplay, really. Okay, don't tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
Okay,
You're not at all.
no, so that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad thing. Okay, and for the sake of this, it's actually going to be an interesting one, I think. Um, so tonight's topic is about support, and in regards to supporting other content creators, supporting members of your community, um, where just our thoughts and opinions on it. You know, Lady and I, we talked about this before. Lady and I have been doing this for a few years, just like a lot of you have. So, um, so I think it's going to be a very interesting one. Um, Hopefully, chat. Anybody who's lurking and listening to the live stream here. So if you all are on Spotify listening to this, okay. If you're listening to the live stream, please put your opinions in and comment. Find us on Twitter. Find us on the stream. Comment on the YouTube channel. I'm going to post a link so that way everybody can comment on it if they want. I would love to hear some feedback on this from everybody. Okay, support covers is a very I feel it's a very dividing topic. Okay, I gotta make sure I pick my words here, because everybody feels support should be done in different ways, or there are different ways to support. Everybody thinks there's certain levels of support. Um, in my opinion, has evolved over the years. Has changed from when I first started streaming to now. I used to think that you had to be there to support everybody. I used to think that you had to do, that you weren't doing enough if you weren't donating bits and you weren't donating subs and donations. But again, um, our circumstances then were different as well, which is one of the reasons why my views have changed. Because when Lady and I started, babe, when you and I started this whole content creating, streaming deal, financially, we were in a great place.
Yeah.
You were.
I had a great job.
I
You had
had.
a great job.
I
We were
had an
making
okay
it.
job. I had money coming in. I was getting paid very well. I hated my job, so I wouldn't call it a great
Right.
job. But
But no, but
financially,
dollar wise, financially,
it was
we
really
were
good.
in a place where we could throw bits and subs and,
Mm-hmm.
not think twice about that. When you think of support in that aspect, that is great support for people that you believe in and that you want to uplift and go further. But I do not feel that that should be the basis of your support. If you are throwing money at people and calling that support, that is not support.
No, it is.
It's financial backing. Like, let me sit back here and throw money at you so you can feel good about
But
yourself.
but if that's why you're doing it because you want somebody to feel better, that is support. You want them to feel good because you're donating financially, and these days people can't do that. But that is support. That is a form of support.
I mean, yeah, but
Your
then
motivation behind it needs to
it
make sure.
becomes expected, and then it becomes
But is
it's a
that?
twisted sister.
But that's on the person getting the money behind it. If they start
True.
to expect it, and see, that's where why I wanted to bring this topic up. Um, if you're doing it from a good place in your heart because you want to support them that way, that to me is support. It's not you. Now, if your motivation is, I'm going to throw subs at you because I want you to come and be a viewer in my stream, now, yes, that is not good support. It's still support because you're giving them money. You're paying them for their content. Okay, your $5 is putting a cheeseburger in their hands for a day.
I hope you saw the eye roll.
No, I'm just saying, right? That's still support. The motive behind it might not be right, right? The motive might not, but it's still support.
It's support at the weakest end. That to me is the weakest
I'll
end
agree
of
with you on
support.
that, but at its core, it's still support.
You could jack somebody off and that's still support, but I'm sorry, if you want to get down to the nitty gritty when we're talking support, support is actually being there to help their content, to help everything that they're doing, not just monetarily make them feel good at the moment. Because what if their content really isn't that great, but you're doing it because you want them to feel better? That doesn't make the situation better because you're not supporting them in a conductively productive way. You're not helping them grow. You are helping them think that they're okay in a mediocre level. That's bullshit.
So you
You're
think
selling them short.
so you think that by donating money, right, but not constructively, not giving them constructive feedback, that's bad support.
I think that that's bullshit support. I think that's bottom of the totem pole. I want you to scratch my back because I scratched yours. So
No, no. So
that's
okay. So
how
what
this is
you're
going to
saying.
work.
So what you're saying is what I've already said. You just said two different things. No, 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 no. I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm trying to get to your point about what you were saying. Because one minute you said it's this, and one minute you said it was that. So
Because
you're trying to roll two different topics into one segment, right? I agree with you 100%. Okay, on the part where you said if scratching your back to scratch my back, right? That's what we said. Giving money and financial support because you expect something in return. No, I don't agree with. I agree with
okay.
you. So I agree with you 100% there. Now, if you want to be kind, right, which was the first point that you just made, if you're giving money to be kind, right, what's wrong with that? If you're doing it as a kindness, as a gift, just because, hey, I've got $5, here's my $5. Doesn't matter about what their content. Their content could be crap. Their content could be this. Their content could be that. Okay, forget about what the content is. But your point was, if I do this, even though their content's crap, right? How is that not supporting them?
It's bottom barrel support because you're letting them think that mediocre content creation is okay. You're not helping them grow. You're not helping them learn. You're not helping them become a better content creator and learning how to put better content out there. I think that if you really believe in giving somebody subs, it is because you legitimately enjoy the content, not for any other reason. That is why
So
I
hold on.
give them.
So hold on. So if I wanted to give Jake a sub, right? I can't do it just because he's a good guy.
No, you can do it because he's a good guy. But
No, no, no. I'm asking. I'm not trying to.
oh,
I'm not trying to
you're
throw
gonna
you off.
steamroll my opinion.
No, I'm not steamroll. How is that steamrolling your opinion? I'm asking a question.
I think what it comes down to is for me, if I'm going to give you my money, it is because I believe in your content.
Okay,
I'm not going to give you my money just because I think you're a great person.
and that is 100% okay. I respect that 100%. I was just trying to clarify what you're saying. I'm not trying to trip you up. I'm not trying to trick you.
I mean, if you want to give somebody your hard earned money because you just like that person, you are more than welcome to. But I honestly believe that if you are going to give your money out, you better damn well give it out to somebody who is worth the content and you really
Okay,
enjoy them.
and I
Especially how far a fucking dollar goes nowadays.
which isn't very far. So
Right. That's my point.
go to
Like,
McDonald's. Go to anybody. Go to McDonald's. A cheeseburger at McDonald's is $2 now versus the 50 cents it used to be back when I first started paying attention to how much a cheeseburger cost. Okay, so
like, no, but I mean, I think about it in that aspect is that if I'm giving you $5 and that $5 pays for my fucking Red Bull, let's be real here. That $5 may buy me one or two Red Bulls, deciding on the size of Red Bull I'm buying for the day.
just so we're
It
clear,
may only
Chad.
buy me one.
Yeah, I was gonna say anything over 8.5 ounces, you're only getting one at $5.
Right. So my answer is if I'm giving you my Red Bull money, you better damn well be fucking worth it.
Okay.
That's my gut wrenching. Like, I'm not giving you shit if you aren't worth it. Am I wrong?
No, I
You
100%.
guys disagree?
I respect that 100%. There's nothing wrong with what you're saying. Money is a very tricky topic, right? And I respect it 100%. If you're going to give up your money, it better be because you believe in the reason why. Forget about if it's because you believe in their content, they're your best friend. Make it make sense, basically.
Let's be real. You are my husband, and if I thought your content was shit, you wouldn't be getting a sub.
Ouch.
And I'm married to you, and it comes right back to my house. But I have to believe
Not
in your
100%.
content.
There's not a single plan.
Okay.
Unless you're boosted on live space, you're not getting 100% of that sub.
I mean, that boosted's coming. We're not going to argue that.
No, but I respect it. Basically, what you're saying at its core is, if you're going to sub to somebody, make it make sense as to why.
Exactly.
Understood.
Exactly.
100% agree with that.
I would expect you to not sub to me if my content was shit.
Oh, well, okay. Well, now I know I don't have to.
Take your sub back. Like, I mean, Botcha's got my understanding completely. I'm giving it out of merit. It's like a raise. It's like when you're at work and you get a raise. You get a raise because you earned it. I'm giving you a sub because in my mind, you earned it.
Okay. Well,
If that makes
I guess
sense.
it'd be more like a bonus.
Yeah, okay, fine. We'll look at it as a bonus. I don't know. I mean, you got a raise today. I'm looking pretty happy right now.
Yeah, she's over there counting cha-ching, chat. My Temu list just got 10 times longer. It went from 1,000 items to 10,000 items.
Between Temu and Amazon, we're screwed.
No,
You think
okay.
I'm kidding?
So, but is subbing in bits and whatever else is out there is donations, right? Is that your only way to support?
See, Jake brought up hold on. I just saw Jake's comment for a second. Jake brought up a very valid point. I've been poor, so if it's money somewhere enters the equation, he's happy.
Okay. Now,
Do you know what I mean?
Zarmux is commenting back saying, I see what you're saying, but I disagree in the fact that it's their money. Let them do what they want with it. If it makes them happy. And I agree, Zarmux. Right? I agree with you. The point of this...
I'm such a stingy bitch.
No. At its core, you're right. Let them do what they want with their money. But the topic is support, right? My only point is, you're right. Throw your money wherever you want.
Mm-hmm.
But make it make sense, right? If you're only supporting me, right? Okay, I'm gonna flip this around on Zara. If Zara is only supporting me because he's trying to buy my loyalty, that's where my issue is. And this is all strictly opinion based. Okay, my opinions are my own.
He didn't have to buy it with money. He bought it with your butt plug. I mean, that's where Zara gets his kicks.
That's neither here nor there for that. But I'm gonna pose it to this. At its core, if we just focus on the topic of support, okay, for everybody listening,
Right.
paying for loyalty, paying for support, okay, I don't agree with. I just don't.
I don't agree in paying for support. I really believe that it should be because you enjoy the content.
Let's give it. See,
Den Mother, give your 2 unsolicited cents. I want to hear it. I am so excited when people say stuff like that.
and again, guys, remember, we're all just. I want to see people's opinions. I want everybody to engage in this. That's the whole point of this. Because Lady and I could talk about this. We'll be done in about 45 minutes tops. Okay. But if you guys have your
No,
own
no,
two
no.
cents, no, 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 no. I see it. I see the comment. Okay.
But she brings up a very valid point.
I, but yes, I understand that. I agree with that. Is give without strings attached. Okay. Zara's point was simply, it's their money. Who the fuck cares? If they want to do that, let them do it. I'm not saying don't do it. Okay. If you're doing it and it's working for you, do what's working for you. The point of this is to just talk about support because the reason, and we got really into it really fast, right? So I agree with you. It's dumb to try to buy support because at come a certain point, if you don't have that money anymore, suddenly your support's gone. Okay, but it takes
Yeah,
two to tango in that fact. Correct. The person
I
doing it
agree.
and the person expecting it. It is very much a relationship in that aspect because if I'm paying a lady and saying, babe, I'm giving you $5 every day because I want to make damn sure you're in my stream. Okay, and then suddenly I stop for whatever the reason may be.
I wouldn't be in your stream anymore.
There you go. If the streamer doesn't give the
And
support the viewer is wanting from buying, then the streamer has turned it into one-way support. 100%.
I only said that for the sake of the fact that you were bringing up a point here. I wasn't saying that I would not be in your streams. I want to clarify that you do not have to pay me to show up.
And Botch is reiterating the point. The motivation behind it is what matters. Don't
Yeah,
make it sound
I do agree.
transactional. Yes, 100%. Now the other reason I'm talking about it is because I've been seeing this a lot on Twitter and even a little bit in live space. There's been some comments popping up, and I've lurked in some people's streams, and they're discussing this, right? And I've saw it on a couple of people's Twitch streams, right, talking about support. A lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot. There's a fair number of people. That's a gift and end up joining the content. Well, yes, Jake, I understand. Jake is, for those of you listening, Jake says, I mean, whatever works. I've definitely checked someone out because they gifted and ended up enjoying their content. That's one thing. If you're going, again, the ends need to justify the means, in my opinion. If you enjoy their content and they gifted you a sub, sure. In essence, they bought that view, but it turned into something meaningful. It's no longer transactional if you're enjoying the content, right? But if someone, look at the Twitter, if you're on Twitter, look at the Twitter posts where people are putting out 50, 100 subs on Kick, right? Or the ones that are only talking about, oh, I'm getting this many subs. Oh, I gifted this many subs. Oh, I'm doing a giveaway for this many subs. Make sure you're following me. Make sure you show up for this. Make sure you're doing this. You're buying support. You're buying engagement. Sorry, that's just my opinion. You're buying engagement off of that. That's what I'm talking about.
100% agree with that. That I 100% agree with. If you are having giveaways and you are giving subs away and you are doing that kind of stuff, you are buying your support, and that does not.
No, you missed a part of that. You missed a very key part of that. If there's a stipulation to you having a chance of getting that, I understand. Not everybody. There's no way in fucking hell that these people who are posting this can do 100 to multiple people. Okay. So they're the ones that are saying you have to be following me here. You have to go follow this there. You have to like this. You have to be in the stream. Now you're buying engagement. Now you're buying views. That is what I'm talking about.
Okay, yes. And that, yeah, if you have to go and follow somewhere and be liking something.
Zara is determined to poke a hole in everything that I see. Zara, I'm talking about its core. Okay, yes, I can sit here and say, well, if it goes this way, if it goes this way. At its core, because there are plenty.
Zara cracks me up.
There are
Zara,
plenty of people going back to
forget it.
Jake. There are plenty of people that like going back to Jake. He got a gifted sub, right, which drew him to that person. So it started out as a bot viewership, 100%. But Jake said he turned around and liked the content, so then it became more than that. Okay, yes, it absolutely can work to kickstart something, but what are the odds of it that it's going to work every single time? It's not. You're gambling with money to get viewership, basically. To me, it's like a different form of gambling.
It's lottery.
If I got money, I'd love to run one. I see after the fact, look what I did. Exactly. Look what you did. Look what I'm doing for you. So this is what I expect from you. There's a stipulation. By speaking for myself, my best friend is a streamer who doesn't want gifting and have people tried to own him with their gifts. Yeah, people got their bad experiences. People got good experiences. There's good and bad to it. Like I
I
said,
mean,
guys.
I've had good experiences with gifting subs and having people do that. So I've never had a negative experience. But for people who have, I feel for them.
It doesn't have to be a negative experience for someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be negative to gift people subs and expect it. It's okay to expect somebody to be like, I got gifted a sub to your, I gifted you a sub to my stream, so come and check me out. That's not a bad thing. It's really not. I'm not calling it bad. I'm just saying if we're talking about, we all sit here and talk about how we want to build a community, we want to build friendships and network and everything, right? That's kind of not true, Zara. So don't even worry about that. It's not a that's the part that I'm focusing on, is because we've sat here, we've done 11 different episodes of this. I hate to see it, but love to watch you walk away. You're not the only one, Dan.
You're
Trust me.
fine.
Um,
I had to turn the air conditioner off.
no, you're fine.
All of a sudden,
So
it was cold.
we this is the 11th time we sat down and talked, and what has been a key
Yes.
thing in everything that we talked about when it comes to talking
Support.
with streamers. Well, no, not even support. Everybody wants to just build a community. They want to make connections, right?
Right.
They want to make genuine connections. If there's a if it's transactional, right? I'm gonna take Botch's term here, right? Is it really? You know what I mean?
No, so I agree. If it's transactional, then
That's
you're not
why.
building a community.
That's why I
You're
said.
you're
That's why I
it's
disagreed with you.
business.
That's why I debated with you in the beginning of what's wrong with if it's my friend and I want to support him, right? How do you know he's not learn? How okay? Let's take Zara for example, and you're gonna take Z's, right? We're gonna pair these two up because they're a couple as well. Okay.
Okay.
Zara's good friend of mine. Z's good friend of yours. Okay. We're
Okay.
gifting them subs, right? Do we
Okay.
hang out with Zara and Z's every second of every day?
No,
No. Okay.
Steve doesn't love me that much.
Okay. Now, love Zara and Z's to death. Are they the best streamers in the world with the best graphics, the best equipment, the best this and the best that? No. Love you guys, 100% do. But let's be real, okay? Do I feel that they both put out great content in their own ways? Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. So you think that they both put it out. Then there's another, and I think they put it out. Why can't I just say, Zara, I like your personality. I like your content. Here's a sub. They're not the best. They're not the greatest. They're not the most famous.
But I didn't say they had to be the best, the greatest, or the most
But
famous.
your
I said
initial
you
point,
had to
no,
believe in their content.
that's no, and that's true. But my point was, and you argued with me on this one a little bit, is why can't I just do it because I like them as a person? How
I'm
is
gonna
it?
go with Zara.
How many people?
Zarzy and
How many
Zara.
people? Hold on. How many people when you're driving home, right, and you're getting off the freeway? Okay, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen them sitting there at the end of the freeway on state. Okay, how many people do you see? And maybe not a lot, but there are plenty of people that hand these people $1, right? How many times have you had a friend that's come up to you, whether you've been at work or wherever, and they said, "Hey, I need $5 for gas." How is that any different? You like them, so you gave them your money. Are you expecting anything back?
No, if somebody at work comes up to me and asks me for $5 for gas, I'm giving it to them because I want to make sure their ass comes back to work. When you're the boss, that's what you do. But in the aspect of what you're saying, yes, they're your friends. You'd give it to them. I do get your concept in it. For me personally, like, yes, Z's and I are friends. Okay, at least I think we're friends. She may not see it that way. But that's how I see it. Okay? So in my mind, Z and I, yes, we're friends. But I do not expect her to drop me a sub. But I do know that if I drop her one, it is because I believe in her content and I believe in her as a streamer, making a valid, like, giving it everything she's got. So yeah, the friendship plays a part in it, but it's not like I'm just looking at you today and going, "Oh, hey, I like you. Here's my $5."
So
No.
okay, so that's you. Me, I have no problems doing that for people. I don't give a. It's not about the content. It's about the fact that I respect them and support them. Everybody on here, okay, and we're getting so deep into the financial aspect because there's more that I want to talk about so quick. There are plenty. If
You're
I
killing me with the financial aspect.
You started the financial aspect.
I know, but I feel like you're backing me in a corner.
No, I'm simply stating my opinion. That's all it is. I'm not arguing with you. Your opinion is your opinion. I'm not here to change your opinion. I'm here to give my opinion, have a conversation with you or debate, right? And maybe debate it with a few people that are here live, right? You know, but I'm just saying I have my reasons for it. And the only thing that I disagree with is buying support. Money is what causes arguments.
Honestly, in our marriage, it's not anymore. It used to be. It's not anymore. We have a very fail-proof system.
Well, to that point, that is the same way as a streamer and viewer relationship when it comes to money. If I'm giving money and the streamer is expecting it or the viewer is expecting support in return, there's a disagreement there. Then that causes an argument because then somebody's on Twitter saying, "Oh, you're, man, I gave you subs and I'm not getting support, but I gave you subs and I got support and this and that and this and that," and it becomes an argument there. Whereas it should be understood, if I give you a sub, I give you bits, I give you a donation, that should be the end of it. There should be no expectation of anything in return. Okay?
It's just I gave it to you because I believe in you.
I gave it to you because I wanted to, for whatever the fucking reason. Okay, forget whatever the fucking reason is. Okay, the reason is not important. Okay, that is my opinion. It should end there. Exactly, Zara. So for those of you listening, Zara says, "Gift without expectation and receive without expectation." Thank you for saying that because those are the words that I was looking for. Give without expectation and receive it without expectation. Okay. I was not that, and the reason why I love this topic though, okay, is because I was that person when I started out. I got so used to getting it. Now the content creator, so Den Mother says, now the content creators that do that swap sub things and make each other look good, that's some shady shit. Yeah, exactly.
I agree. And I'm going to say this, and this is probably going to sound very, very, very bad.
Okay, see that.
I think when you start streaming, you kind of think that's how it's supposed to go.
And it's easy easy to fall into that mindset. I did it. I was in that mindset. Now, before we go any further, Jake says, I love this because this actually kind of proves my point. There can be a simple motivation behind it that doesn't have to be, and I guess this technically would be about the content because this, but Jake says other platforms have the ability to sub for perks, for emotes. Mm-hmm. I personally am not going to sub to use an emote. I think that's a little, but to each their own. But I respect that. You like an emote that made and you want to be able to use it. So you're going to, in essence, it's no different than paying to watch crap TV.
Well, we have sub emotes here on Livespace for people who sub to you. They can use those emotes.
Right. And I have no issues with somebody saying, I'm only subbing to you because I like that emote. You're paying to use content. You're paying for that particular piece of content. Somebody took the time to make it. You put it on your channel, and now people, no, and Jake, I get it. You agree with you, but you're
that I get, Jake. Though, I do get that concept. You're paying to use their product. It's a business transaction.
Now, I was that person, as I've been trying to say. Mixer was Mixer in the early days of Twitch for me. I got very spoiled. Okay. To a degree. I wasn't making thousands of dollars, but I was making $100. Like, holy fuck, I'm making hundreds of dollars. What was it on Mixer? Towards the end of Mixer, by the end of it, with the amount of subs and the, what was it, Embers or whatever their bits were.
Last payout was like $300-400.
And sorry, there's nothing wrong with that because it's no different than paying for the extra, what is it, $2 or $3 on Disney Plus to not have to watch the ads on that or on Netflix or on YouTube Premium, whatever it is.
See, I will pay to not have to watch the ads. I don't disagree with that.
But again, you're paying Twitch, for the bonus of the content. Okay, there's no expectation in return other than you don't have to watch an ad. Okay. But I had to learn and evolve from that. And I think that everybody should learn and evolve to a point of without expectation and receive without expectation. Give without expectations and receive it. I think that's where everybody needs to keep their mindset on. Stop expecting it. Okay. Now, for all my issues with Kick as a platform and the principles and the moral issues going on over there, that's one reason why I respect the hell out of what Kick is trying, and I'm being very loose with that. That's why, hence the air quotes here, trying to do with the creator incentive program, paying people for lurks and for chats and whatever, however it works. Okay, because I know there's stipulations to it and everything, and you're not going to make millions and thousands and be able to use it as a full time deal. I get it, but paying somebody a little bit extra because they're getting the viewership, right? That's taking the subs out of it, it's taking the bits out of it, and they're getting a different way of helping viewership and support. Okay, I respect the hell out of that from the platform standpoint. Okay, I think it's a great idea, but there's a lot of expectations. And again, that's a very rough one for me because there should be no expectations of the streamer unless it's promised from the streamer. Okay, if the streamer is promising to
Mhm.
do something for people or for somebody, um, that's one thing.
Then that's on the streamer.
Yeah, exactly. Dan Mother says, I think if people feel free to give without feeling strong armed, it's all good, and the gift beggars can just keep the Sharpies and cardboard to themselves.
See, I like it. I like it.
And I just bought a
I'll keep my
Sharpie for myself.
Sharpie over here.
Hey, you know what? However you choose to celebrate the fact that somebody subbed to you, you know, that's awesome. You know, I've seen people do stickers, I've seen people do boards and, you know, emotes and whatever, special emotes for it, sub badges. Uh, that's awesome. Reward it in the way that you can. Okay, don't feel. You definitely should not feel obligated to do something in return. If somebody chooses to support you, you should not feel obligated, and the viewer should not make you feel obligated to do something back. A shout out is not a, is an obli- is not, should not be an obligation. A shout out should be because, damn, I love it.
A
You know,
shout out is a privilege in a stream. It is because when I think of a shout out, I think of that as being support, but I think of that as being support of people who come in your stream and who you know have great content and you want to share that content with other people. So you shout them out when they come in to be able to allow other people to see them, which they may not normally see.
fair point.
So for me, a shout out is a huge support to your community to say, hey, I have this streamer here who's really, really great. Go check them out. But it's also really great to the streamer because the community is seeing them, which they may not have the opportunity to. So it's support in both.
I know this is lost income scenario. Yeah. So moving on for the fight because we can go round and round, but at its core, I think that really I think we really dived into you know we could go round and round and debate the merits of
We could.
finances, and we can come back if we really need to.
It's like we said, money is the root of all evil.
My issue with support though is people feel it seems like people get caught up in the fact that they feel like there has to be viewership or subs and meant in order to be supportive. I've come to a point that I hate seeing that. I hate seeing comments. I hate listening to. Okay, so here's a question for you, lady. Okay, and I'll answer it
Mm-hmm.
as well. Okay, but how do you guys?
Sorry.
How do you feel about advertised sub goals? Okay, with a
I,
reward
I,
but with no, with a reward at the goal. Rewards ranging from extreme content to giveaways. It could be anything. Okay, but
I don't have a problem with I don't have a problem advertising a sub goal. I think that it's nice to have there. It's not a necessity, which is why I don't have one on my stream. I also feel like for myself personally, and this is just me personally, please don't say that this is what I think about you guys, but for me personally, I feel like I'm begging. And I feel like I'm like it's a charity case kind of thing. And that's just my personal feelings. Um, but I have at times, yes, had one on my stream. And as Zarmak said, they are very helpful for doing things to give back to the community. I really believe that if you have a sub goal up there, you should have something at the end of you when you reach your sub goal to give back to your community, whether it's a hoodie or whether, it's an event you guys do for them or something.
All
You
right,
should
see,
always be
I
giving
disagree.
back.
I disagree with that 100%. I like the thought, but I disagree. Okay. I don't feel like you should. I think it's great that you want to, but I don't think that the word should, because again, giving to people should not be an obligation. Just because you have 10 people sub to you doesn't mean that you should do a giveaway. Just because you get 100 doesn't mean that you should, offer to, give away, a PlayStation 5. Whatever the deal. I know it's not literal. Okay, so please, nobody nitpicking. Um, it's great as long as, again, the giveaway or the reward makes sense. Okay, because at the end of the day, right, content creating for a lot of people is business. Okay,
Hmm.
so doing a giveaway should make sense, right? If my goal is basically, in essence, say $250 worth of subs. Okay, I don't know the exact number of subs that would be, so that's why I'm giving an actual dollar amount. And my reward is I'm going to give away a brand new webcam that costs $250. What's the point?
Oh, see, no, 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 no. When I'm talking about a giveaway, like I'm saying, if my goal is 10 subs and I hit that 10 subs, maybe it's a sticker or
Okay,
a couple of stickers or,
that's what that I have no issues with, right? If you want to reward your viewership, your audience, or or subs for that. But so on a flip note, then how do you determine who's eligible for the giveaway?
I think everybody that's in your community should be eligible for the giveaway.
So if say you get your 10 subs, right?
Hmm.
Say 10 people sub, but
That's called crowdfunding.
my point. He's talking about my point. If it's
No, I know.
$250 for subs, and yeah, you're absolutely right, Zara. That's crowdfunding. That was my point. I couldn't remember what the term was. Um, but say, okay, so and I know I'm about to break the cardinal rule. Don't look at your viewership, right? But I got 7 people watching in live space right now. So say all 7 of those people donate a sub. We hit our goal, right? Okay.
Okay.
Schedule a giveaway to where now we announce it, and now we have 20 people.
Okay.
Is it fair that one of those 20 people, is not one of the 7? So they get a reward because they just showed up on the day of the giveaway.
So allow your 7 to have an extra entry.
Give them an
Double
extra
their
shot.
chances. Yep.
Okay.
Double their chances.
Um, so
See, I don't have.
Jake agrees with Zara. I feel like guilt for asking is just kind of basic politeness, but I always try to adopt that. You can get what you don't ask for mindset in life. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's
I was
complicated
hoping there
because
was a little bit more to it. I was like, I'm waiting for the.
you know me. Like I him and Han, I go back and forth, and I will probably jump to 4 different points and. Uh, See, I have a hard time with that because I don't ever expect anything. So when I get something, I am so over the top excited. You can tell because I don't even know that thank you is enough for what they're doing. So for
Okay.
me,
So
that
so do you feel like that's just a mentality issue of saying I'm so excited because I don't expect it. I'm not prepared for it, kind of deal. Like that's just a
I
mental,
just don't expect when I
or a
okay,
lack of belief in
I'm
yourself.
I'm going to give it to you straight. When I look at my content, I don't think of my content as being superior, great, amazing content. It's not that it's not good content. It's good content, but there are a lot more ways that I could improve it. And I do not feel like I am deserving of it. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So when people do it,
What about Jake's point here though? Okay,
I am extremely grateful.
the hesitance is because it's smaller, so it's more direct, and it puts a little bit more like. Do you feel like there's a difference in doing a sub goal or pushing for subs to a bigger audience because it's not as directed like Jake says?
Yes. Now, if I had 30 people in my stream and I had a sub goal up there, I would not hesitate doing it. But a lot of my streams, and I mean no disrespect by this, but I only see anywhere between 5 and 7 people. And that's fine because I am a small streamer. And all of my friends are streamers. So I do know that we cannot always be where we need to be at the same times. So I do not expect to have 30, 40, 50 people sitting in my chat when 90% of my people that I support and that I know support me are streamers themselves. So I'm completely understanding of that fact. The thing that I do know is that if I were streaming to a crowd of, yeah, like 40, 50, even 20 on a regular basis, and it wasn't just other content creators, but it was other people, I would have no problem putting up a sub goal, because I wouldn't feel so much like it's hi, I'm here, love me and give me your money.
Okay. It's interesting because if I'm going to put up a sub goal, I'm putting up regardless of how many people I have in there, because the time that stays up there is going to be till I hit the goal, right? What if you grow over
Right.
that time, right? What if you're starting out? What if you start with a viewer? You start your sub goal and you're only averaging a viewership of 5, but let's say you run it for, we're coming up on April, right? You start at April 1st, you run until April
Okay.
30th, and somehow, for whatever the reason, you grow from 5 viewers by the end of April. You've hit your sub goal, but your viewership has organically grown to where you have 50 people.
I mean, then more power to you. But that, see, okay, I'm going to play the devil's advocate here, because I can see something like that happening for somebody like you. For somebody like me, on the other hand, I struggle
Because you have no
to
belief in
grow
yourself.
from where, no, I struggle to grow from where I'm at. And that is entirely, not entirely on me, but it is partially on me. Because for somebody like you who puts the time in and really networks and makes the effort to grow your content and to get out there and to meet other people, it benefits you. But for me, who has that social, like, fear of trying to jump into streams all the time, and the wall goes up, I automatically assume the worst of people. It's a shit show. So I tend to do it very slowly and at my pace. So yes, I'm going to grow very differently than somebody else
But
who
but
is
we're
more
not.
like
But we're
you, who can
talking on
jump
it.
in there.
But we're hold on. We're not gonna get in here and be, well, this person that and this person that. Okay. If we do that, we're gonna be here all night. Okay. And as much as I would love
You
to,
asked a question, I just gave you an
right? But
answer.
you're finding another way just to shit on yourself. The point of it is
I
on a
wasn't shitting on myself, I was answering it how I believe.
on a general basis. My question is, what if you don't take that shot of putting your sub goal out there? Because you have a chance. Everybody has a chance. It doesn't matter if you're a small streamer, a big streamer. It doesn't matter. Okay? Everybody can grow. Okay? Whether you're right and you grow on your own terms, whether you're right and it takes you 6 years to grow to that audience point, Den Mother could turn her stream on and suddenly, overnight have that one stream where, Ninja pops into her chat and suddenly because she's now on 1,000 people's radar, goes from 5 people to 30 people. Zara and Z's could suddenly erupt because Lifespace takes off. There's all these contingencies. Okay, but and it's you got to stop thinking of every specific thing. If I go into every specific thing here, okay, which I easily could, okay, on every single person here, because I could talk about Botch and how he could blow up as a WWE content creator or a wrestling content creator. Z's could be blow up because of Ninja and Nick A30 on Fortnite. Um, I'm just saying, Dead Mother. Okay, I get that you don't stream, but if we do that, I could pick it apart easily, okay? Because Zara could just blow up. Zara could change his whole way of doing DBD and start dressing up in cosplays on the killers and really getting into it that way, which awesome. And it could just take off doing that. There's just one scenario out there, okay? You could finally get your head out of your ass and start doing quilting streams again, and your business could boom that way, okay?
Do you see this?
I do. Okay,
Do you see it?
and
Okay,
I
I want to
promise,
make sure we're
and I
clear.
promise after stream we'll get to that. Okay. I'm saying on a broad scale, general level. Okay, doesn't matter who it is. I agree with the aspect of take your shot. Okay, it's no different than going after a sponsorship or an affiliateship or a partnership with a
Oh,
company.
that's true. I don't know if you saw it. I just was putting in chat that I need to get a Stanley Cup one.
There you go. You want to go and get a sponsorship with the people that make the trophies for hockey? Go for it, okay? Uh,
No, the cup. Stanley. Okay, Stanley. I had to really think twice about that. And you know what? If the people that make the Stanley Cup want to come and hang out in my chat and give me something cool
be honest,
to
from the
give
get
away
go,
and
and
to
you get the respect.
trust me, I'll do it.
Honestly, transparency is your main thing. Being shady and treating people as beneath as a thing. Be on from the get go, and you get the respect. 100%.
Okay, I do
Jake
agree with
Raz,
that.
it's all in fun, anyways. Absolutely, it's all in fun. Okay, and that's kind of my point. Is behind the financial aspect, behind the support. We get so hung up on the support, we forget about just having fun with our content. To me, that's the biggest thing that people need to learn and remember in order to grow. Because if I come in, I think Lucha's probably one of the people that have said it the best. Okay, he comes in as a viewer. He's looking to have fun. He wants those good vibes. He wants that positivity, that energy, from the streamer. If you're, oh, fuck, Jake didn't come into my stream today, so I'm gonna pout because he said he was gonna be here, and I was in his stream 2 weeks ago, and then 7 days ago, and then 3 days ago I was in his stream, and I've only seen him once. No, you're not gonna grow, okay? But if I sit there and please anybody correct me, tell me I'm wrong, okay? If I'm in here having a great time, just having a great conversation, maybe Lady and I are playing Valorant and we're laughing, we're joking, we're shit talking, we're being mean to each other, but in a fun way. I think we're gonna get some better engagement off that because people are gonna be more in tune to that. They're gonna be like, oh, these two shit talk each other. Let me jump in on that. Suddenly your chat's blowing up. Zara. Zara, believe it or not, I watch a lot of people's VODs when I have the opportunity. Sometimes I'll sit here late at night or first thing in the morning. I catch up on some VODs and stuff. Okay.
I will look over and be like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Just leave me alone. Shh, I'm watching." Watching what?
Watching people's streams. I watch VODs, I lurk in streams, and I just get a feel, Everybody goes about things different ways, right? And for me, one of the ways is lurking and watching VODs and just getting a feel for the content and everything, which is why it frustrates me that I cannot be like System and have 20 fucking heads and 20 sets of attention spans and personalities that can all just sit there and be like, I got this person, I got this person, I got this person. Maybe she didn't clip me ranting about Jake not showing. Oh shit, no, I missed that part. If that really happened, nope, missed it. If I can sign to a local wrestling gun, TNA, AEW, then I've reached my goal. See, Botch has a specific goal in mind for it. He's looking. There's an end goal. There's an end game for him, and that for him to grow on and improve on. So that's awesome. It's not about any one particular thing. There's an end goal. So he's learning and building and growing his content and creating new stuff. I was gonna say, damn, okay, that was just pure coincidence. Now, I think we're getting too wrapped up on financial support because the thing that I'm, and
We have
and Zara,
financial support 3 times.
but Zara, that's my point. Look at how many people are so hung up on people not showing up or viewership. I see so many. Please, pissed every time someone is in my stream that starts at 11 p.m. Eastern time. I'm keeping tally. Wouldn't be surprised, Jake. No, I'm kidding.
Jake, I'm sorry. That's usually when I'm going to bed, sunshine. You'll be all right. I mean, it depends. On a Wednesday night, you might catch me in there at 11.
Lady, yeah. I mean, if we're talking about Lady, yeah. Usually by 11, 11:15, she's coming out to the couch, and within 5 minutes, she's going to be.
I'm out cold on the couch.
Unless I turn something on, or I sit next to her on the couch, and I'm nudging her and be like, "Bitch, wake up." All right.
Ah!
So I wish more people had, and I'm gonna put the spotlight on Lady because we're calling out people and everything, So in the sake of fairness, Lady gets on her head too about lack of viewership.
I do.
And it's to a point that it drives me nuts sometimes. And it's not because
100%.
and it's not because she's expecting it. She's trying to figure out. That's joke. Something as simple as a time zone is all it takes to just not work for this guy. 100%, Jake. 1 little hour off could be the difference in Lady doesn't do it in a toxic way, except to herself. She uses this. Well, damn,
Hmm.
I only had this many people. What am I doing wrong? And she'll spend hours analyzing her content, be like, how do I do this? What am I doing wrong? How, but that's just not me if I do this, and or she's afraid to get out of her comfort zone to improve. I'm talking about the people that feel like they're entitled to a view. Okay, the
I'm
people
not
that
entitled to shit.
I see tweets all the time that are just, damn, I was supporting all these people, but I'm only getting these many people back. Well, you know what? Maybe the people you're supporting are streaming at the same time. Maybe the people that you're supporting are at work. Maybe the people you're supporting are fucking tired and going to bed. Okay? Support, and this is the biggest point that I'm putting out there, and the Den Mother's point as well. If she had the time, she'd be there, but she doesn't. Okay? Um,
But think about it. You got to remember, even if we're not streamers, we are people. We have lives that do not just encompass this. We have to be respectful of the fact that people have real lives.
One of the reasons Lady and I, our marriage became so rocky and all the issues that led to all the turmoil in our relationship is how much time we devoted to streaming and other people's streams. We
Hmm.
took all the time away from ourselves and from our family that it built a level of resentment and toxicity that festered and bred into something
And
even worse. Okay? And it took a lot of mistakes on having to learn. You have to make time apart from streaming, okay? And I'm not diving into all that, okay? That's another day, another time.
it's a whole nother day, another
The
dollar.
point behind it is that as a streamer, the streamers need to have time that is their own. And what they do with that time, okay, is entirely up to them. You cannot hold it against anybody who's can't live in your stream. Now, my point for bringing this up
Hmm.
is the other ways that you can support a streamer. You can support your community. You can support a friend. Twitter. Okay, let's start there. You don't even have to comment on a Twitter post. Like the Twitter post. Now you just supported somebody.
Retweet.
Retweet, comment. Let's expand off it. Like
Hmm.
it, retweet it, comment on it, quote it, spread the word. Don't just like it and retweet it, right? Retweet is great and all. Comment on the retweet. Do the quoted retweet. Comment underneath it. Because there are people like me who go and read your replies. I go through people's Twitter feeds and I'll go into the reply tab, not just the stuff that they're posting, but the things they're commenting on to see what they're engaging in. So that is support. Live space, it's the same thing. Like, retweet, comment, share.
Hmm.
All ways to support. YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. It fucking I'll be honest, it drives me absolutely goddamn bonkers. If you have somebody coming to stream, at the very least, you don't want to comment, you don't want to stay, throw up a thumbs up, because it's a simple little heart. It's no different than liking a tweet. Throw that thumbs up. I don't care about the subscribe. Would love it, but if you just want to be like, hey, cool, here's a little bit of support, because it's engagement. Uh, that's support as well. You can't stay, cool. I don't expect you to. I don't expect everybody to comment. I don't expect all this, but we should. These are things we could do better about supporting people, even if we can't get there. Listen, if you have no
And I
expectations,
think
you can't be disappointed. 100%. But if you're turning this into a career on the flip side, too, have expectations. Okay? And if you're not meeting your expectations, you have to look at yourself. Stop looking. It's not Lady's job for me to meet my expectations or to get to where my expectations are being met. Okay? It's not Zara's job. It's not Den Mother's job. It's not Jake's job. If I'm not if I'm not receiving the expectations that I would like, or the standards that I would like, or the goals, or the metrics, or the numbers, or the viewers, whatever you want to call it, you have to flip that around in a positive way, look at it constructively, and say, why am I not getting those likes? Why am I not getting it? Why am I not getting viewership? Is nobody liking my tweets? Why is nobody liking my post on Livespace? For me, I just forget sometimes to open Livespace. Sometimes I'll go on a huge reading spree because it's been a couple of days, and I'll click on somebody's name and be like, okay, they said this, definitely liking that. They shared this picture, liking that. And suddenly, in a matter of 30 minutes, I've just liked 20 different posts on Livespace. Go ahead. And I've been on a tangent. Go for it, Ben.
you have been. I was letting you finish. No, and I think that that's the most important thing is everybody thinks that being supportive is being in a stream. You don't have to be in a stream. You can like it's the engagement support of if you know they stream on, if you know they post their clips on TikTok, make sure you are taking the time to like the post, to watch the post, to give them a comment. It only takes 5 seconds. If it's a 3-minute video, 5-minute video, 10-minute video, you've spent what, 15 minutes of your time commenting, liking it, and watching it. If you really like them, you'll watch it twice. I mean, or if you're like me, it sits here on your phone and you are watching it, but you've watched it like 10 times because you've watched it in portions because you're doing something else at the same time and it's gone through the video 10 times. But it's all of that stuff. It's being able to support in other ways. And everybody thinks that support is being in streams and pushing chat, talking and being involved and being engaged. It's not. They're even being in
It's not.
Discord
It's not that
and
it's
just
not. It's not
saying,
the only way. I'm just going to tweak your words.
well, yeah, nitpick at my words. God damn.
For the
Um,
sake of this conversation, absolutely, I'm going to
you're
nitpick it.
right.
I'm going to shove my opinion in there. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to.
You've given your opinion. We don't need it anymore. I didn't get it. I was ready for it.
No, go ahead. I was letting you continue.
But no, I think that we need to remember that there are other ways and it's okay to support in those other ways. I think that when you're looking at the general aspect of supporting, I think the biggest thing we need to remember as content creators is yes, we may like the tweet, retweet the tweet, comment on the tweet, whatever we need to do to support in that way. Maybe the next thing we come across is a TikTok, we support in that way. But, do try to find time to catch those streams still. Don't just kind of, rely on the other things. You want to have a good, solid mix of all of it to be able to feel like you're supporting in a healthy manner, if that makes sense.
That's why I find it. Bot says that's why I find it funny when people dislike a video on YouTube. It actually helps because it's engagement. 100%. You can thumbs down a video and it's still engagement and still support because maybe it's not that you disliked it because you hate the person. You don't have to hate the person to dislike something. It could just be your opinion. It's just another way to anonymously share your opinion. Because correct me if I'm wrong.
That's not a,
Correct me if I'm wrong. YouTube doesn't share who likes it. I don't think there's a way to
you
actually.
should be able to see it.
Oh, well,
I say there should be. I'm not sure that there is.
like I'm not even saying comment on a YouTube video, right? Because God, I don't.
I like the TikToks where I post them of for when we play Fortnite, and I get all the people that come in and are like, "Oh my God, you're playing against bots. Oh my God, you're shit." Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I entertained you because you stuck around, you watched the whole video, you left me a comment, and you liked it, even though you're shitting on it.
Okay, so Zara's clarifying. You can see who likes a video, but not who dislikes it.
Okay, thank you.
So again,
I was
it's an anonymous way to potentially give constructive feedback because even though it's minimal constructive feedback, it is
it's constructive feedback. You
somebody.
just liked it for some reason.
So now, if I'm going to go and look at it from a non-toxic, non-hateful way, like oh damn, somebody disliked my video. Okay, let me take a look. Let me see what happened. What went wrong? Why would somebody dislike it? And it could just be maybe somebody dislikes this particular video here, and somebody dislikes it because they disagree with my opinion. Awesome, great that you disagreed with my opinion. I'm never gonna know because if all you do is thumbs down it, you
Oh,
know.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
I just saw yo.
But that's what I'm saying though is that we get so hung up on viewership, and that's why I wanted to talk about support because I see so many Twitter posts and I see so many people in their streams talking about and complaining about viewership.
No, but it's important
But that does,
to.
but that bizarre in a way that you may not realize. It might take you a while to realize that it's happening, right? So Zara's sitting here for saying that's kind of a fallacy though. Dislikes do not help you on YouTube. However, YouTube will also stop showing your video if your like to dislike threshold is getting too low. So if you see that your viewership is dropping, check to make sure, have somebody look and see, hey, is it showing up in my feed as regularly? Is my videos getting out there?
Mhm.
what's going
There's
on.
a lot to check into when you're checking into that stuff with YouTube. And but the simplest ways to support, those are the simplest ways. Tweet, retweet, like, share, all of that stuff. That is the simplest way you can support your friends and your fellow streamers when you
It's
can't be
because it
there.
starts with that. Because if we go with Lady's point is okay, yeah, I'm not getting subs, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting viewership on YouTube, I'm not getting likes and subscribers on YouTube. Okay, think about why. Why aren't you getting the stuff that you want out of it? Why is people not dropping hundreds of thousands of dollars on you? Could just as easily be that.
Because I'm a middle-aged fat lady that nobody finds funny. I was kidding.
Give me 1 second, Chad, as I walk into the next room and smack the crap out of the back of her head. It's,
I was making a point from a viewer's perspective that doesn't know me.
I'm just saying. I was being funny back. You kind
I
of
know.
just
Sorry.
got a little defensive there. All right.
Sorry.
I'm just like I said, we got so caught up on the financial stuff, right? And the point that there's so many avenues of support that we could talk about, right? Talking about Twitter support, Discord support, because you're right. Another form of support is being in a community and being engaging. One of the things I'm terrible about is being as active, engaging in Discord. I could probably do more in Discord, more in more in the communities I'm in. Right? Hell, I struggle to maintain activity in our own misfit community because sometimes we get busy, with work. Work doesn't allow me to be as active during the daytime, and I feel like I miss a lot. So then by the time I get home, everybody's doing their nightly routines, whether it's streaming, whether it's you know our nightly waxing routine. If I'm lucha,
Hmm.
you know,
If you're Lucha.
um, you know,
See, and that's the point that
but
Lucha
but
makes. We have a hard time finding the time.
right. Sharing is huge to you more than liking something. Something, taking the link and sharing it. 100%. That's an easy one too. It takes 5 seconds to take a link and share it. You may not be able to stick
Mhm.
around for the video. You may not be able to stick around for the stream, but that is support as well. And as a streamer, you have to stop. And I want to keep reiterating this. And I'll keep hammering this point home. Okay. For example, I caught it in Discord, right? I'm gonna shine the spotlight on Lucha because this meant the world to me. I think it was Lucha that did it, and if I'm giving him the wrong credit, whoever it was, speak up. Lucha said, I'm a postpone my stream right now because I want to be there to support." Right? That in itself is support. Think about that. But I don't expect Lucha to do that every single time. This
Mm-mm.
be like, "Oh, damn, Misfits live, so I can't stream it." No, go fucking stream. Love the fact that Lucha did that. Love the fact that Jake's here too. You know,
Mhm.
hell, if you're not, but there's so many different ways that you can support without finances, right? And those are just a few of the things right now. Like Jake said, take their link, share it. Take their link for their video, share it. If you watch a YouTube video that you like, just hit the share button because people are going to see that you're sharing it.
Another way to give support, and I'm going to say this without taking away from where you are, but another way to share support is when you know that you've got somebody in your community or somebody that you know is having a rough day, just that quick little 2-second, like, "Hey, I'm thinking about you. Let me know if you need something."
Absolutely, support comes in so many
That
different ways. And this is,
that little nudge of you're not alone.
I agree.
And I think that we forget about that as being support. People just expect support to be either monetary or stream related, like
mhm.
in the stream constantly being there to support. And that's the thing, like, we need to take the time to look at every avenue. You may have somebody who's having just a really shit day and you could spend 5 minutes talking to them in DMs. That's support for you. That's support for them. You've taken the time to do what's right for them and to be there for them.
Mhm. Sorry, I'm thinking about you.
I'm going to quit sharing you.
Hey,
I'm going to tell all the FK boys they need to back the fuck off.
good luck with that.
I know.
Cuddling me as I cry because I drop my cane. I will cuddle you all day long, Zara. That is support. Cuddling with my boys. Okay, support is me, helping Lucha wax his butt, cuddling Zara because he dropped his candy, you know, hyping Jake up, so that way he's bouncing off the walls, looking like he's on cocaine again, you know. Um,
Want to know where I get the support in this here. All I'm hearing about is your boys.
do I really need to list off all the ways that I support you? You don't even listen to half this shit that I say. What's going on, Aqua? How are you over there on YouTube? Um,
Hey, Aqua, how are you?
but I just I'm struggling to pick my words here because I get it,
I was
it gets
teasing.
to no. I'm not worried about you. I want to caress the beard of lead. Hey, come caress away. I'm actually growing it out pretty well. It's actually starting to come in a bit better. Um, it's one of the reasons
I like how he cares about his beard, but when I talk about my hair thinning, we ignore that conversation.
because you don't take care of it.
What?
Do you buy? You're not spending. You're not like all the other women out there who's like where they spend hundreds of dollars, buying all this hair product.
I want to, but I can't afford to because you're spending it on your damn beard because it's
Hold on,
uneven.
I spent $12.
Okay, well, the cheap end that I want, the cheap route I want to take is like 45. The
Fine.
high end
I
that
will
I want to
support
take is
you
like
in your
250.
endeavor. I will support your endeavor of regrowing your hair so it's not so thin, and let you spend the $45. There, see, I support you.
Oh my god. You douchebag.
But guys,
I love you.
somebody tell me I'm wrong though, please. Like, are we? Is it not? Because I've heard Lucha talk about support and everything, right? And I've talked with Joker about it. We talked with Botch about it. We talked.
Hmm.
Are Lady and I wrong to feel like it's a bit of an, call it a bit of an issue to go on Twitter, to go on your stream, okay, and complain about your viewership? Because at the end
I
of the
think
day,
it's completely wrong.
because at the end of the day, what are you doing to change it? If you're just doing the same thing every night that you go live and you're not changing anything, whose fault is it that your viewership's not
It's
growing?
insanity. It's the pure definition of insanity. Doing the same thing without any change.
Okay, so lady, what in your opinion is the biggest way to build your viewership and to grow your streams and your content creating early on if you're only averaging 5 or 6 viewers?
I mean, for me, legitimately, like I could spend the time to network a little more, spend the time to legitimately look at my stream and say, okay, I was a little quiet tonight. Things were a little off tonight. You got to remember, I spend 9 hours a day talking. So when I get off work, I hate to say it, I kind of don't want to talk. Even though I love each and every one of y'all, I tend to be a little bit more on the quiet side just because I've spent 9 hours talking to people and being told what a piece of shit I am. So but I do enjoy the laughter and the jokes and the fun that comes with it. So sometimes I have to remember
But that
that.
is support building though, because think about it. You're building up that support because sometimes maybe Lucha's coming home and Zara's coming home a bunch. Maybe they're
Right.
all coming home and they jump in the Misfit Discord, um, and they just need a laugh. Okay, what if Lucha is just really hurting? He's had a bad day. He's in a bad way in his head, and he just needs a laugh. So he's going out of his way to act silly and goofy. Okay, and
It doesn't take much of them to make me laugh.
that's my point. But maybe Zara, maybe Jake needs that, right? Maybe Jake's the one who's having the issue, so Lucha picks up on that and says, "I'm gonna be goofy and I'm gonna make Jake laugh." How is that not support?
No, that is support.
But if you're too tired and you don't have the time for your community, that's kind of my point. You can sit there and
No, I
not.
get what you're
You don't
saying.
have to watch the stream. You can be there and have conversations with people and build those connections without expectations of anything, and still be supporting. Zara says, I
You're right.
feel men are expected to be strong, manly, and not complain. So I think when a guy complains, it's very cringe and viewed very negatively. For women, however, there are many guys who have white knight syndrome, so if they complain, they can get those white knights in there, and that is beneficial. That's because men are pigs, and there's another reason behind it. Personally, is my opinion.
they want to get in some pants. Honestly though, but you're
It's not
right.
even. I disagree.
Zara brings up a
I
valid
disagree
point.
with your thoughts on white knighting. I think it's just men are pigs, and they just in their minds be like, pretty lady needs my support. Pretty lady needs my this. They're objectifying her by her looks. So I think a lot of men do that.
Can't say anything. I used to have a guy who came into my stream when early on when we were streaming. And I cannot remember where he was from. I want to say somewhere it was another country. He wasn't in the US. But when he came by, he would drop money. And let me tell you, I
Is it
didn't
the
have to
African
do
dude?
anything or yeah. And I cannot remember his name for the life of me. But whenever he came in, he used to always drop tons and tons
I'm
of
always one to
money.
provide the last if anyone needs it. Jake, you just have that great personality where it's easy to feel comfortable and laugh and have a good time. You've always provide that.
It is.
But how do we know? So using that as, how do we know Jake isn't maybe Jake's having a bad day and he's just putting on a show. He's putting out that energy. He's putting out that positivity. But inside he's hurting. He's struggling. Listen, you can word it differently, but it's 100%. It's the same thing.
No, but I agree. I think that when guys come in and they see whatever is their cup of tea woman wise, and I hate to say it because there is a lady out there for every man, or there is a type for every man, you know. And when you get these guys who thinks that they can, hey, let me drop a couple $100 on you, you're gonna come and hang out and chit chat with me, like kind of thing. You're gonna pay a little more attention to me because I did that. It is the white knight syndrome. He's got it 100%. Like if you come into my stream, if a guy comes into my stream, and I'm gonna say you and I aren't together, we're gonna take you out of the equation for a second.
Why?
And we're just
You've had plenty of guys come in there and do that while I've been sitting right next to you.
that's true. That's true. But I mean, you get that, and you're having a bad night, or you're having it. There are nights when you pick on me, and I want to thrust my foot so far up your ass, somebody's gonna have to remove
I
it.
really thought you were about to go a different direction with the word thrust.
Oh no. Um,
You're about to have every guy in this chat thinking thrust. What? You're saying
so
thrust with lead?
so they're thinking
The hell was that?
there are days.
What the hell? Hold on. What the hell was that noise?
What?
That was like the fakest laugh that I've ever. That was like the. Sorry, I've never heard you make that noise before. I'm like, what the hell was that? Let's give her a minute to compose herself, so she can explain what that laugh was. I can hear it through the headset in the other room. She muted herself. Oh no, there she is.
Okay. I don't know what it was. It just came from somewhere.
She said came. Got her. Holy shit, that was a big one. You good? Do you need a minute?
Y'all are killing me. Okay.
We broke her. Yeah, I think we broke her.
Yeah. I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. Okay. I don't know what that was. It just came out. Okay. Whew. I think I'm good. um, have you ever had it where you laugh so hard you can't breathe?
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those moments I couldn't breathe. And then your stomach hurts because you're laughing so hard. Holy fuck. Okay. Honestly, like I'm not I don't even know where we were in this conversation anymore, other than you making fun of my little hee hee that I didn't even know I did.
We're talking about support. Okay, so let me throw a controversial topic, a subject in here when it comes to support. Stream teams.
Okay. Oof. Okay, so the
Okay,
concept can work.
okay. Give me your
The
give
concept
me your
can work.
idea. Give me your idea of a working stream team because we've been around the block with stream teams.
We have.
It's never
So
ended well.
I'm gonna roll with what we originally started when we started Spades Army. And it was back in the beginning when it was just the 10 of us that first started it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When we had that concept where it was just the 10 of us and we were really taking the time to vet people and bring in the right people, we had a good concept. It was legitimately working. People were supporting because they wanted to support. The expectation was not there. The problem that we had is that when we grew too fast, the expectation of everybody expected, because there were so many numbers, everybody expected to have somebody somewhere from something.
And
And the problem came,
therein. Hold on. Therein
therein
is the
lies the problem.
which we've already discussed.
Hmm.
Expecting,
Expecting the support.
expecting.
And I think that's the problem is when you have 100 people and 100 people are all expecting support, like we had, that is where we failed. When we had the small number of 10, everybody supported in their own way and
Nope.
everybody did it in.
I'm gonna cut you off because you can't focus on the numbers. Okay. Okay. Cannot focus on a specific number a grouping of numbers because look at FK. Okay.
There's what, 30 of us in there, 50 of us in there? I don't know.
Well,
Let me look at
hold
the
on.
list.
That actually are rocking. They are the team,
Oh,
for example. Okay.
I mean, eventually you'll get moved up there when
Probably
Lucha decides to love you.
probably about 15 to 20 people. I could say easily if I could be off a little bit, right? So it's not
Hold on, I'm
just
looking.
10. It's not a small number. It's not a big number, but it's a number. Okay. It's
Yeah, maybe 10 or
the
15.
problem is the person's individual expectations of it. Exactly my point, Lucia. Lucia said we have a decent group.
Yes.
We don't ever really talk support, but we get it because the people who are joining the team understand the point behind it. There is no
Yes.
expectation beyond what somebody can provide, and the people that you guys, Lucia, are bringing into it have the same concept, the same principle, the same understanding, the same vision. Call it what you want. That is when
There's
it
not
works.
a I came in and you're gonna fucking love me and give me everything because I'm a goddess and nobody else deserves anything mentality.
And the vision hasn't changed. The concept hasn't changed. It's still the same concept.
Hmm. It
You're
is. It's the mentality. You nailed it
we've
on
known
the head
we've
with
known
the
Lucha and Joker
hammer.
for what? Close to a month now, right? Not
Something
once
like that.
not once has their wording changed, period. Not once has the way they've operated changed, period. There are other stream teams out here, and FK is just the one that I know. Okay, because we've done ours, we've been involved in various ones. They never work because the vision doesn't stay the same. The vision doesn't it doesn't adapt in a healthy manner.
Lucha nailed it on the head. They start out making friendships and then they build it
Bingo.
naturally from
Bingo,
there.
bingo, bingo, bingo. It starts with a basic understanding of friendship and support on a
Hmm.
healthy manner, which is what the whole point of tonight is about. Talking about support on a healthy manner without expectations, without thinking you deserve this or you deserve that. No. People are coming together with this group and having a good
Hmm.
time, loving each other, sometimes a little too much, okay? Maybe
Hell
sometimes
yeah.
so maybe sometimes we love each other a little too much, right? But it has not changed.
Hmm. I agree.
There's no asking for financial motivation or support. There's no asking for spending your time in there. There's no expectations of financial support. There's no expectations of being in streams.
Hmm.
There's no
Exactly.
expectations of engagement. I didn't hear you complain last night, Zara. But I have 180 side available for any difficult when needed. We also don't really have a hierarchy in a relationship because you don't have that in friendships either. 100% Lucha.
Exactly. Exactly. That is what makes FK work.
Let's
It is.
let's take stream out of the team focus, okay? go to a team. Okay. Sure, yes, you have a coach, right? But on the players on the field, when you have a team captain, what really is the team captain there for? He's just one designated person to do the coin toss. After that,
Right.
he's not calling the shots. Yeah, sure, you might have a quarterback who throws the ball, but he's not calling the. He's saying, yeah, we're going to run this play because I'm throwing the ball here, and this is the play we're going
Mm-hmm.
to run. Sure. Okay, but at the end of the day, everybody has to do their part. Okay? If the running backs don't run or the wide receivers aren't out there catching the ball, it falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
If the quarterback's not throwing it, doesn't matter whatever. Everybody's doing their part together.
And that is what FK is it's a team. Yes, you have your coaches who are there if you need them, which is everybody coaches everybody. Everybody helps everybody. It's not a I'm
But
higher
that,
than
but that's right.
you.
But let's say soccer players. If one person on the team is having a rough time, 9 times out of 10, the team wants to. It might be a selfish motivation behind it, but at the end of the day, the team wants to win. So they're like, "Hey, you good? Let's go. What's going on? Hey, get your head. They give you the slap on the butt. Hey, let's go.
Get
Let's
the
get
head
back
out
in.
of your ass. Yeah.
You know, it's not bad. Nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, get your head out of your ass."
It's the same with cheerleaders. When you go out there, you can't have a down cheerleader. You need a peppy squad. You need people who are here to 110% give you everything the minute they walk on that field to the minute they
And
walk off.
just so
You can cry your eyes
it
out
was
on the
it.
way home.
It was at this moment that every guy immediately just envisioned cheerleaders because she said peppy, perky cheerleader. So you immediately just
But
hey,
think
I'm
about
gonna be
it.
real. I am being honest. I immediately had a picture and a mental image of you in a cheerleader outfit.
But I mean, think about it. That is what, like, if you think about it, like, it's the same thing as any team sport. If you don't want to see some cheerleader who's down and depressed sitting on the sidelines crying her eyes out
The
instead
words,
of,
no, you're right. And the words we're not saying is everybody works together to achieve a common goal. A team has a
yes.
goal. Goal.
And the goal is for everybody to succeed, for everybody to grow, for everybody to
Mm-hmm.
support
Yep.
in their way.
100%. Majority of stream teams, I would say 80% of stream
Don't.
teams fail because the vision changes, the expectation changes, the way things are done changes. That's why it's very difficult.
Well, you also have to remember when you walk into a stream team, and this is the only thing that Lucha and Joker have done differently than what we have done in the past, is they allow the friendships to naturally progress. And once they're there, the expectation is there as a friendship level. The hard part is like when we did it, it became the who can I step on to get to the next level because everybody wanted to be at that high level because they felt like being at that high level, they were getting all the views.
Mm-hmm.
And that was something we could not get people to understand, is that I was exactly where you were and I wasn't getting the views that you were getting.
And Lucha nailed it on the
It
head.
came down. The
Lucha,
pyramid scheme.
it's a pyramid scheme.
Hmm.
The ones that have one person at the top, I think the one, and this isn't everyone, I think the ones like that run like a pyramid scheme are the ones most likely to fail because one person has a team and they're trying to run it, and either they get an ego or they start expecting it in a negative, toxic way.
Hmm.
Because I say this because I think you nailed it on the head too. We had a small group that kind of like how FK is or was. It started out small and it evolved.
Hmm.
It
It's
grew.
evolved.
It evolved and grew. Now
Hmm.
where we went wrong with it was we didn't vet people properly. We just started
Hmm.
bringing people in. There was no the conversation about it stopped. It failed in
Or
that
it
aspect.
was, did you have that conversation with them or did so and so have that conversation with them? It was a bad situation because we never could pinpoint who actually had that conversation.
Mm-hmm. And it got to a point where when they stopped getting the support, they grew to expect, which goes back to one of our points: stop
Hmm.
expecting viewership. But then suddenly they were bitching and pissing and moaning. Oh, you're in this person. How many times do we hear it? You're in this person's stream, but you're not in my stream as much as theirs. Why aren't you in mine
Hmm.
as much as theirs? How come this and how come that? And
Well, you remember how much shit I got that week I took off streaming to get that one guy affiliated.
mm-hmm.
Lady's never anywhere she's supposed to be. Lady's only with this person. He was the only person on the team that wasn't still affiliated.
But why were you supposed to be anywhere? You were
That was
trying
my
you
point.
were trying to help somebody. You took
Yeah.
time out of your life.
Yeah, to push somebody to to help them achieve their goal. Granted, he would have gotten there faster if he would have listened, but
Jake's
when you're
Jake may
doing
be a
6
giver,
hour
but I have
streams.
180 set available for it, and that's awesome. Being a well-rounded person, you and that's one of the things that I love. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to suck FK's dick on this, okay? But the thing that I've seen that
Hey,
works so great in the FK community and one is that everybody is a well-rounded individual. I don't think I've met one person in there who's not a well-rounded individual. Everybody's got their own quirky personalities,
mhm,
right? But even Lucha, as goofy as he is, that night that after his interview and we sat there and we talked with him, we had a very
mhm.
serious and in-depth conversation. It was a side of him that doesn't get brought out. He's a very well-rounded guy.
It
Jake,
was getting to know Lucha on the friend level without the stream.
100% Lucha. We all are,
Exactly.
uh, or as the old saying goes, everyone's shit stinks.
Exactly.
Except mine. Mine smells like roses and
Oh
strawberries.
my god, don't you fucking lie. Don't you even fucking lie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll remember that.
But everybody's shit stinks, and that's the thing is that and it goes back to the old thing that we talked about before. I think Ram said it and System has said it. I think everybody said it when we've done these interviews. Is why are we making it a competition? I see it on Twitter all the time. Why does everybody feel like they got to make everything a competition with everybody instead of building each other up? Right? We're always shit. Everybody's always shitting on everybody. There's no
You do have a valid point. There is no, it's whose back can I step on, not whose back can I scratch. And you'll, I'm guilty of it with you. I should not be jealous of your support, of your success.
what do you mean?
Period. Like, people will step on people because they are jealous of that success, and they will do whatever it takes to get to that next level.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it shouldn't be a competition. Like between you and I, yes, we compete at everything, but your success here should not be a competition for us, because I need to look at it the way Zara looks at it. Your success is my success, and my success is your success.
100%.
And that's how we should be with our communities, with other streamers, is we should not be looking at it as you suck because you're better than me. You know what I mean?
I get you. Sneaky over Sneaky over on Twitch says it because that's the way the world works now, and it actually is. The world seems to operate in a manner of, for you wrestling fans, you're gonna appreciate this. There was Triple H said it. I'm gonna step on you. I'm gonna step over you. I'm gonna go through you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody seems to. It seems like the world has that. Whose legs can I cut out underneath them to get to the top? But they forget in the process of cutting out those legs, that's support. That's it. That expands off of that. You know, like everybody's so out to hurt each other, and it's like, really, why? Why are we out to hurt each other? Why are we
See, I'm
doing
not,
this?
I think that's crazy. Like, I'm not out to hurt anybody as a streamer. I want to see everybody grow. And I think that's what's so frustrating, is that we should all be able to grow together. There should not be the need to be like, how far can I dig my heel in your back as I'm using your back to get to the next level?
Explain that a little bit more because that could almost be taken in a bad way.
Like, think about it.
Belucha, I agree with you
That's
100.
what we
Percent
do. We step on the people okay, so if you're jealous of somebody and you're unhappy because you think that they're more successful than you, think of it as what women do. Women are vindictive. We step on each other's backs, we dig that heel in, we put some salt in the wound, and then we use every bit of knowledge we have to hike up over you to make us more successful, and then we turn around and be like, look at what I did, when we didn't do it. We trampled somebody in the process to do it.
Okay.
It's what the streaming world has become. We have become vindictive people to where we can never be happy for anybody else's successes. And if somebody is too successful, then it's how do I destroy them to take that success so that I have a chance to be more successful?
It's not even that. There are people out there that do that just to make themselves feel better about themselves. One little slight, they find one little slight, and you know.
I agree.
But Lucha's got it. Lucha goes. He doesn't let it affect him. Um,
I need to not let it affect me. I am learning to grow a thick skin like a turtle and be like, fuck you.
turtles
That's where I'm at.
really have a thick skin though.
Yeah, they have a shell. Their shell is very thick skinned.
Is that their skin though?
But underneath their skin has to be thick to be able to carry the weight of the shell.
Interesting biology lesson. Um, System says everyone's success comes at different times. It doesn't mean you're less successful than someone who's doing better than you. It just means it's their time and not yours. But your time will come. Just gonna be 100%, 100%. Yours comes, and 9 times out of 10, the people that are not as toxic, the people that are showing healthy mindsets and healthy habits of building each other up and not letting jealousy and issues distract you from your goals and take you off your focus. Guilty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Guilty as charged. Um, those are the people that tend to take a little bit longer because they've involved themselves in drama and negativity and less than moral things. You know, like, and it's easy to deflect and it's easy to, you know, and again, get that's where we need to look at how we support people as well. Okay, by removing the expectation of support, right? Um, it's easier to be it's easier to be able to say, hey, Lucha's got 100 more followers than me. That's awesome for him, rather than, man, that fucking dick's Lucha's got 100 more followers than me. Man, fuck that guy. You know, I'm gonna start spreading rumors and gossip about, you know, whatever. I'm just spitballing here. Botch agrees with you. Women judge other women more. It's not just
We
that women.
do.
It's not that women judge other women more. Women are just fucking bitches. I mean, let's be fucking clear. When it comes to wanting to be spiteful and mean and everything, they're just straight cutthroat. I said this before. Guys are just gonna go out there and box it out. Afterwards, 9 times out of 10, guys are like, we're good. Um,
Not women. No, no, no.
let's sweat it out. Let's
Let
get it out.
me.
Let's get it out. Let's sweat it out. Let's box it out. Get that anger and frustration. After that, it's like, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but half the time it's like, shit, what the hell are we fighting about? You know, women are like, nah, that bitch, we fucking boxed it out, and that I remember it was because she slept with that dude, but that was, even though that was 7 years ago. It's the same way they are with men, with a lot of women are when it comes to their boyfriends, their fiancés, their husbands. They're gonna hold on to something that whatever you slighted them on for the next 6 years and wait for the right time to use it and be like, oh, motherfucker, you just screwed up. So guess what? Remember when you did that 6 years ago? Well, it's time to cash in on that.
We are grudge holders. We are grudge holders.
I personally
We
feel that
think.
women are their own worst enemies when it comes to content creating. If we're going to stay on focus on that.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what women are? Women are Okay, so exactly what you just said. What women have is they have the money in the bank box. They have that fucking money in the bank briefcase, and they're gonna carry that fucking money in the bank briefcase around until they have the right time to
I
cash in.
love
And
it.
when they
I
go to
love it.
cash
She
in,
gotta.
and when they go to cash in, that money in the case, that money in the bank briefcase is gonna be in your motherfucking face, not anywhere else. It's gonna be in your face, and then they're gonna be looking at you like, I've stored this shit for 20 years, but I am raining holy hellfire now. And nobody gives a fuck because it was 20 years ago, but you have stored it in that money in the bank briefcase for how fucking long? Because you thought it was gonna benefit you at one point in time.
At some point in time. No, I'm just saying.
I have one friend that I went to elementary school with. She is the only long-term friend I have left. We have known each other for probably 44 years. other than his long
Okay,
as I've
so
known Dave.
hold on. I want to cut in here because System brings up a great point. Okay, people have different areas of success. He says lead has more followers, but let's say ladies TikToks do better than leads.
They do.
So, in a way, you're more successful.
Yeah, but I don't rub it in. You do know that I've never noted. Okay, yeah, maybe I do a little.
Sneaky agrees. For instance, my son's mother uses stuff again that happened 6 years ago. Like, when does it give? And that's the issue where
With women, it never gives.
But to a point of being a content creator, right? Why do we look at shit that happened years ago and use it as a way to hold it against each other to cut the legs out from it? But why are we using shit
we
that
watched Raw last night.
why are we using shit from 3 years ago, 4 years ago, back when they first started? Okay, people make mistakes, people grow, and everything, and it should be and it's on us as friends, fellow content creators, viewers, to support them, not be a viewer because we're waiting. Like, I don't know how many TikToks I've seen where somebody has a tagline, Ninja's a bitch because he did this, and then you watch the clip and it's like, okay, he didn't really
It's
do
a ninja
anything.
being ninja.
Well, no, it's, half the time they don't even do anything wrong. You're just looking for a way to shit on him. It's like that whole controversy over Nick Merckx because of his conversation with his wife. The fuck is?
Oh my God, I love that conversation. That is every happily married couple. And if you think it's not, you're fucking delusional, then you're not happy in your marriage. There is no way that you are happily married in your marriage and you have never done that to your spouse. Because I do it to Lead all the time. And then I will go back later and be like, you were trying to tell me something. Can you please fill me in on what was so important? You do it to me all the time.
Hmm?
Like, that is bullshit.
It's bullshit that you do it.
Nah, it's bullshit that people get pissy about that shit. You're only pissy about that shit because that shit doesn't happen in your
Then
relationship.
it does it to me
Because
weekly,
it's
right?
not.
It happens though. But to the point, people make mistakes. People aren't perfect. Sure, should we be devoting more attention and time to a significant other? Absolutely. Okay, I'm not sitting here saying that you shouldn't. All right, ladies, I'm not sitting here saying that you shouldn't. Sneaky. The other thing too is that was an edited clip. That was an edited video as well. So it wasn't the whole thing.
Yeah, it was a completely edited video.
Every recent thing that I've seen about Nick Merckx has been edited to some degree, so it's never the full story. So I don't take those videos to heart. So it's no different than the edited video of him bashing on the LGBT community. So fuck whoever makes these videos. Hell, we've done it tying in streamers again and content creators. We've all done it to our viewers and to the streamers that we're watching. We don't put a full attention into it because maybe we're working on our own content, and so we miss part of it. And it's like, yeah, huh? And you just want to keep it going because you don't want to be that person that's like, oh wait, hold on, can you repeat yourself? It could be simple politeness and respect, for the timing. We never know, sitting there and analyzing every little situation,
We as human beings need to start having a little bit more care and respect for or compassion for people in general. I get that you can't be compassionate for every Tom, Dick, and idiot in the world, but you should be compassionate to people to the best of your ability until they prove otherwise needed.
Okay, so I'm gonna pose a philosophical, theoretical question here.
Okay.
If somebody is it support to, and I'm going to be very loose here because we've all seen it in someone. No. I'm being very broad.
I'm
just making it clear because I'm not going to be accused of targeting anybody here for this, okay? Because I could easily have the finger pointed at me. You could have the finger pointed at you. Somebody's doing something wrong. Is it constructive criticism / support to call them out for their
publicly?
Forget publicly, but to confront them in any way, shape, or form is that support?
No. I think that if you're giving constructive criticism and you are trying to better them and you come at them and you come to them privately and you say, hey, this is what I saw, this is what I thought could maybe be better. Let's talk about how we can help you grow around this and make your content better at the next level. That is constructive
I'm not talking about.
criticism, which is support.
I'm talking about somebody does something. We've all seen the tweets. We've all seen YouTube videos where at some point it says "do better." You know, that kind of let's use that as an example. A tweet where somebody's on stream saying is doing something stupid, doing something dumb, whatever, however bad it
We're
is.
talking about the guy like on Kick the other day.
I'm being very broad. Okay, I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I don't want somebody to come back and say you called me out and said this. No, I'm not calling anybody out.
Okay.
I'm posing a question. Do you consider that support though? Let's use the Twitter example. Okay, let's use the Twitter post example. If you post a clip of where they do something wrong, you post this. Oh, you fucked up because of this, and now do better. Is that supporting somebody in a
No.
in a constructive criticism way?
No. You're being a distasteful
Depends on how
pain
you.
in the
Sneaky
ass.
says it depends. If you go at them calm, then no, I don't see a problem. But if you go at them hostile, then yes, it's a problem. Okay.
I mean, I agree with Sneaky. Sneaky's got the right answer. But the problem comes down to it is when you're posting something and you use the words do better, you are setting it up to already be distasteful because you're already giving them a bad taste in their mouth.
So I'm
Because if you're not having that conversation face to face with somebody, anything you type in a chat or on a post can be misread in any way, shape, or form. And if I read something that said that was had me tagged in it and it said lady do better, my answer first off would be is A, I'd be embarrassed, B, I'd be pissed, and C, I'd be like, who the fuck are you? Like I'm being real.
no, that's fine. I want you to be real. I want you to be honest. I want everybody here to be honest and give their 2 cents on it.
That's where my brain goes. Or those are the first three things my brain is thinking. Because then as a woman, I'm gonna be the spiteful bitch that we talked about. I'm gonna go back to their content,
Hundred
find
percent
something
sneaky.
that
That
they did just as fucking stupid, and then I'm gonna post that and be like,
that.
bitch, don't tell me to do better. You should have done
But
better.
that goes back to the point about women being vindictive bitches, though.
That's my point though. Is that's my point.
So in other words,
We
toxicity breeds toxicity. Is so my question in
yes.
cases like that, is there any real good way to show support in a manner where you're trying to help them grow from it? Okay, Sneaky says you can because if it's your friend, you should do it in a way that promotes constructive criticism and do it in a positive, non-toxic
Okay.
manner because you want to see them
If
grow, you want to see them do better. Love it 100%.
we'll use Sneaky as an example. If Sneaky came to me and said, lady, I saw this in your stream the other night, I was, we'll say offended, maybe. I was offended I took this the wrong way, or this is how it came across to me. Do you think that maybe you could have come at it a little better? Because we all know I am not the best social person in the world. I say shit that is so wrong on every level on a regular basis. So
Well, not even that,
if
not even
I,
that. But for people that don't know you, right? They don't
right,
understand that you're in your head. It's one thing, but sometimes
the way it comes out is
because you
completely
don't know how to
different.
vocalize it,
Mm-hmm.
it comes out and it gets misconstrued, right?
100%. So I could say that I would be okay if Sneaky came to me and said, hey, I saw this. This, maybe we could have come around it this way and actually like gave constructive criticism. That wouldn't bother me. I would be bothered if he posted a clip of it and was like,
See,
let's watch her fuck this
see,
up.
ultimately, I think it comes down to the person, right? Because I personally don't want anybody posting anything publicly about me, right? Even if they feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
I would like if system because he's the last one to comment. If system sees something that he doesn't like that I'm doing, okay, I wholeheartedly expect him to speak up. But I would prefer the respect of a one-on-one conversation because I don't feel like that's supportive. If he goes on Twitter, goes on on his live space feed and says, "This fucking douchebag lead, he said this and he did that," and lead, what the fuck is wrong with you? Now, if he came to me in a DM, right, or said, "Hey, I want to call
Right.
you. I want to talk,"
Can we talk? Yeah.
and he said, "Hey, buddy, you're doing this," I feel that's supportive. So
think it's
hold
I
on, hold on, hold
agree
on,
with
hold
you,
on.
Sneaky.
But see, and I'm using Sneaky's point. I feel like that is supportive on a friendship level because I would wholeheartedly expect my friend to say, "Hey, man, I love you to death, but this is I'm noticing this."
I agree. See, now that to me has always been supportive. It's when you post it publicly and it's something and you use a comment like "do better." That makes me really feel like you're attacking me, and it doesn't feel constructive and supportive. It feels like you're pointing it out to the world. Watch the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, sorry, Ariel's behind me having a Spanish moment. She got a toy.
Oh, well, she's been back here for a minute too.
But going back to our whole thing about support, guys, I'm going to wrap this because I think we've covered so many different
We've
aspects of
we've
it.
rounded it,
You
yeah.
know, we've been going for almost 2 hours now. It just support bugs me as a content because people forget how they can support. You know, I don't. I just think that we as a community need to promote better ways of supporting people. How many people have we seen just fall off the radar because you're not showing up in their streams, right?
Hmm.
So, and I think we talked about this once before. Who was it? I think it was Dana actually. Since the system wants to bring her up, I think Dana actually said it. She's the kind of person that it's not always going to be about. She's not always going to be the first one to reach out, right? She's
No.
people that are more introverted are not always going to be reach out first. But then you could have another introvert who's like, well, damn, they're not reaching out to me, so I'm not going to reach out to them. And then suddenly the rift grows and grows and grows and grows, and that takes a learning bit to change and you know. But we forget that other forms of support and helping people grow and do more and get more eyes on them because supporting should be about bringing more attention to each other, not just yourself, right?
Hmm.
Like that Twitter post, like that TikTok, thumbs up that YouTube video, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, even if you can't stay. There ought to be, something wrong with opening a stream for five. It takes 5 seconds to open a stream. Like, hey, I got shit going on, or hey, I'm just having a rough night, but I just want to pop in and say have a great stream. That is support. Doesn't always have to be financial, but it always doesn't have to be that. Sometimes go in there and then talk to somebody. Be like, hey man, just wanted you to know I was thinking about you. Absolutely, Sneaky. Sneaky says just because we're friends doesn't mean I owe you all my time when you're streaming. 100%.
100% I agree with you, Sneaky, there.
Yep.
That is
People need to
100% I
get that
agree.
mindset out of their heads. Is that support is all about viewership.
You are not
It is
entitled.
not. It doesn't matter if you're entitled, if you deserve it. It doesn't matter what you think about when it comes to being entitled or you deserve it. No,
Hmm.
just because you donate 100 subs and you do charity streams and you do all this great positive stuff, you don't deserve shit. Earn it.
No, completely
Earn the
agree.
viewership, earn the likes, earn the retweets. But if you want to call yourself a supportive person, it's not about doing all those things as well. It's taking the time, like System said, drop a like, retweet, pop in, say hello for a second, comment multiple ways. There's so many ways to support.
Hmm. Just a quick message. Hey, I'm thinking about you. I haven't talked to you in a few minutes. Hey, how's it going? You know, um, just
Sneaky,
Discord
and I,
support.
and I said,
Hey,
don't be one of those people that you're couldn't have said it better. 100% System. Sneaky, you say, and on the flip side, don't be that streamer that's going out there and farming. Hey, Sneaky, I'm live. Hey, System, I'm live. I will. I forget to do this half the time, but drop in your Discord link. Sometimes gonna do it, but don't DM your Discord link. Don't DM on Twitter. Um, your stream links and because you're fishing
hmm
for that view. Let people see it. Now, if there's a couple of people that said, "Hey, tag me," or maybe, "Hey, maybe you got something special going on." It's one thing if you got something special going on, right? Definitely want to promote it and advertise it and be, "Hey, I know you're into
hmm
this kind of stuff. I just wanted you to know I'm doing this because the content might interest you." That's okay. But when you're doing it in a way that's just constant, annoying, spamming, that's a little different. Going into
yeah,
somebody's stream and saying that, "Hey, you're streaming cool. I am too." Maybe 10% of the time, 100% System. That's why I always if I think that if I know there's a chance you're going live, I'm over there refreshing live space. Being, all right, this fucker's not live yet. All right, what the fuck, System? I also have an issue with people that feel the need to input their stream. I don't promote yourself. Self-promoting, not supporting. Just gonna throw it out there,
No.
guys.
Yeah. Do not go into somebody else's stream and say, "Hey, have a great stream. I'm getting ready to go live."
Yeah.
That is so fucking toxic in its own way.
But all right, guys. With that being said, I mean, we're kind of just repeating ourselves at this point. So we're gonna go ahead and call it this episode here. All right. If you guys have any questions, comments, or want to think that anything we didn't cover, feel free to DM us on Twitter, DM us on Discord. Here on Lance, the guy stuff where it's the main reason I unfollow people. Hey, I get it.
All right, guys. Tomorrow, heads up. Lead will not be live tomorrow. I will be live tomorrow. So we are going to switcheroo. We are going to be playing some Fortnite tomorrow night. Come hang out with us. We are doing the FK tournament tomorrow. So if you want to hang out, we will be live on Miss Lady's stream tomorrow night. Okay? Just a heads up for everybody.
Alrighty, guys. Don't forget Thursday, we're doing a double header of Table Talk. We're going to be live 10 a.m. Eastern Time with Miss Llama. Alright, and then at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be live with Mr. Cuddly. Alright, so we got a double header for you on, so don't forget to stop by and show some support. You know, and if you guys want to do your interview with us and you guys want to get it out there, just message us, DM us, and say, hey, I want it. Or if you have an idea for an episode that you want to talk to us about, that's another way too. Nah, system, sorry, man, you won't be seeing me live tomorrow. Lady's taking over. So
I haven't streamed in almost a week and a half.
yeah.
And I need to get some game time in. I enjoy the podcast and everything we've been doing here, and I'm really enjoying it. But I do miss a little bit of my game time. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, the last thing I'm going to throw out there, don't forget, guys, we do have the Spotify links as well. If you guys haven't already, please find us on Spotify, drop a follow, listen to some of them. I'm going to be DMing you pretty soon. I got some things I would love you and Queen to be a part of. 100% sneaky. We're always here. We want to, if anybody else would like us to be a part of it, wants to collab on something. The last thing I'm going to put out there, my stomach has been taking so long. I hope you feel better, man. The last thing I want to put out there, and I'm going to throw this out here for anybody, we will be vetting, we'll sit down and talk about involvement, is Lady and I are working on a website about bringing all this stuff together, and it's a very cool project. It's in the works. Just taking my time, and Lady's taking her time with her stuff because we want this to look good when it launches. But we would love to have one or two more people collab with us on this, anywhere from a social media aspect to helping with the get the website designed. So if you're interested, DM us. We'll sit down and talk, see what we can do. But with that being said, guys,